I want to talk to you a little bit about our company. We've been around since 1998, and it wasn't quite floppiness, but it was a CD at that time. And we're the first one to introduce Attendance Smart, where you could talk, say happy birthday with somebody comes into the school. We want to really personalize the experience of the school. So we've gone through a lot of change in the last 15 years. And today we have about 83 employees. We're really proud of it. Last year at the same time, we're at 72. This is our office. Some of our staff, programming, coding it away. We also take our social responsibility very seriously. Starting 5 years ago, we started sponsoring at least one child a month. And these are our kids that we sponsor. So every month, we add a new kid to our board. And it makes actually our employees to be really proud of what they do as well. It's not about work, it's not about taking the paycheck, it's also helping others in the process. I want to tell you a little bit about how we performed in 2013. Might be interesting for some of you. We came up with a software called Lounge. It was actually a social posting application that goes on your website. Right? And a lot of people at first questioned it. Right? Do I really need this if I have Facebook pages? Right? This year, 2013, we had 60,000 social posts on our Lounge, including blogs. We're really proud of that. We generated 250,000 leads for our clients. We do have business intelligence within our platform, so we're able to actually watch this information, not only to see how we're doing, but also see how martial arts industry is doing as a whole. And we'd like to share some of those with you guys in the future, so you also know what's the average income, what's the average actually membership cost, and how much schools are charging. So these are some of the information we'll be sharing in the future with you guys. Through our platform, from the beginning of the year till now, our clients managed over 1,800,000 students through our platform alone, Perfect Minds. So I'm sure there are other competitors that also have managed the students. Email, it's important. It's a way to communicate. And we wanted to make sure that we offer a service, because email really is a service, when you have to make sure it gets delivered, make sure that it's constantly working. So we actually invested a lot in our email service, and we, last year, I think at the same time as the convention, we had 17 million emails delivered. This year, at this time, still 2013 is not over, and we delivered over 20 million emails this year. And last but not least, a lot of you probably know about our Billing Direct. It's a way to bill your student yourself. And this year, we processed 218 million through our Billing Direct through Perfect Mind. So great number. Now, this year, we're introducing a new platform, like every year. We really listen to our customers. We want to get their feedback, make sure we deliver not only what they want, but also offer them things that they might not know they want. This year, we're introducing Perfect Mind 4 that we're really proud of. And at the same time, we're working with great companies. We're working with United Professional, as well as some of larger organizations that are running their multi-location on our platform. So if you have 50 locations or 5 or 500, our platform has the ability to manage that. We actually invested millions of dollars in our infrastructure this year for being on the cloud and be able to deliver our software internationally. So before I go ahead and go over some of the features that we're going to introduce today, I'd like to invite someone up here who has been very successful in our industry. I love the way he works with his licensee and things he's done for the community and his schools. He's an amazing man, and I'd like to bring him up. Michael Prela, could you please come up, sirs? I'll be right back.
Is this on? I don't know if you're getting my morning voice or the microphone, but I'm excited to be here, and I want to thank Master Silva and Master Farid for giving me the opportunity to speak to you guys. Tomorrow I'm going to speak about a little bit about my background and how I got to where I am, and it's going to probably be really exciting for a lot of you and probably piss a lot of you off. So hopefully it'll do a little bit of both and kind of stimulate you guys to do something different. But I've been in the arts for about 30 years, professionally for a little over 20, and I had a bad turn of events take place about 5 years ago, where I had lost everything I had. I'll cover more in detail tomorrow. But I was really forced to change, and not just change the way I ran my business, but change the way I thought about my business. And it seems like we had a very specific mindset for the industry for so long. So in a couple of years, since I started this, I originally built a website company that was a direct response website, and I didn't like the idea of free 30 days online and things like that, and I created a direct response website that would sign up introductory memberships online. And we were pretty successful at it. And a lot of other companies have followed suit, which is great because I think it's what the industry needs. To date, I think, and I think I'll have the number tomorrow, but in the 4 years that we've been doing it, we've actually processed about 344,000 of these introductory memberships online for our clients throughout the country. We only have a few hundred clients, so it's actually quite a bit per school. I also started the fitness franchise I Love Kickboxing, or ilovekickboxing.com. And currently, it's the fastest growing franchise in the fitness niche in the country. We have about 340 locations with about 60 in development, and we expect to sell about 500 in the next 2 years. The reason I'm here is because as the franchise really grew, and we went from a zero 4 years ago to where the franchise will gross a little bit over $5 million this year, which is pretty exciting. But I started to look for a software solution. Now, one, we had the money to build our own, and we initially started that. And the thing that actually pisses me off, Nick and Master Farid were trying to get to talk to me for a few months, and I was incredibly closed-minded about the idea. And it pisses me off now because Farid was right. He wanted to talk about working together as opposed to working against each other, which we were in the industry. And I got an opportunity because I've been looking at every single program the industry has. Now, I'm also looking at it from a different perspective. Now, I've got a few locations myself, and I'll share what's going on with those tomorrow. But I had to look at the software from a owner perspective and as a franchisor, or in some case, we had licensees at the time. And what I really found was building my own was tough, really hard. And I'm a content and marketing company, and that's kind of what I'm passionate about. I'm not passionate about software. I looked into the other competitors that were in the space, and I saw how limited they were. When Farid kind of twisted my arm, and we had lunch in Vegas, and again, I was still to this day, I'm pissed off that it was his idea before mine. But I really got to see how versatile the program was, and then how willing they were to work with us and customize the program to suit the needs of my individual locations, plus me as a franchisor, in the same way that you guys, if you have multiple locations, or even if you have one location, you want to be able to remotely look at things, you want to look at things from a different perspective than your employees do, you want to have access to certain information maybe that they don't have access to. And I really found that the platform that they built Perfect Mind on was completely customizable, and it was going to be able to suit all the needs that I had. Plus, figure out some things that I probably aren't anticipating because of the experience the company had with working with lots of other organizations that have dozens or even 50 locations. And I knew for me it was an important component in going forward and growing my business. So I'm excited to, and even more so, the willingness to work with me, my company, my franchisees, in creating the best software solution possible. So I'm not sure if what percentage of the room is familiar more with Championsway or UP or whose clients are whose, but for me, and it doesn't behoove me in any way to tell you that it's a great program, go get it. I don't get a commission or anything, but I really think it is the most versatile and best software out there for growing your school. And the commitment these guys have to making it better and innovating is just really, I think, unparalleled. So I got a chance a few months ago to go to Vancouver. I'm going there next week again to really sit with the staff. And it wasn't about business. It wasn't about their business philosophy. It was about eating dinner with them, finding out about their backgrounds, which was really interesting, especially as a bunch of them come from the Middle East and what it was like to grow up there versus here, which Nima kind of clued me into a few things that I thought were awesome. And I got to know who these guys really were because if I was going to do business with them, I had to decide if I wanted to hang out with them. I don't want to do business basically with anyone I don't like or anyone I wouldn't want to have to my home or eat with. So these guys were just great. And again, I really If you haven't checked out the software, I really think you should. I know that these guys are going to listen to some of my ideas about how the software can help schools to market better, and we're going to introduce some content to it. So I think that's going to be a really, really big help. And again, tomorrow, hopefully when most of you guys leave, you'll be excited about what I talked about tomorrow, not too many death threats or people will be pissed off. So that's it, and thank you guys very much.
Are you running your dream school, or do you feel too overwhelmed every day? You're probably sitting on gold and don't even know it. Championsway's new Mr. Marketer service is an outsourced marketing expert that sets up and does all your marketing for you. Mr. Marketer includes hundreds of professionally written marketing emails, landing pages, and ebooks, guaranteed to get you new students every month, so you can focus on teaching great classes. The only thing it can't do is make you coffee. But our conversion-focused landing pages will make it easy for prospects to find you and give you their contact information. Our autoresponder email application sends new leads directly to your mobile device. Combined with Mr. Marketer, you can expect to see 5 to 50 new students a month, guaranteed. Our Billing Direct service saves you valuable time and money by automatically billing all your students and allowing them to update expired credit cards and pay overdue invoices. Instantly upload a student's picture right to their profile. Go paperless with direct capture of students' information and digital signature. Everything is synced up to your student database automatically. Your students can scan and attend to classes with the new check-in app. Remind students of payments due and sell memberships, all from one check-in application. On the mat, check which students need special attention or who are about to quit. Renew their membership and promote students to a new stripe or rank, all from the same easy-to-use check-in app, right on the mat. Track all your revenues, expenses, and student numbers from one easy-to-follow success dashboard. All the reasons why the best-run schools run on Championsway.
Probably the first and most important thing our clients have asked us that we deal with teenagers in front counter. They're all different type of groups of people who are not maybe computer savvy. They're going to be using the system. So in Perfect Mind 4, we took that very seriously to our heart. So we're going to improve a lot of our usability. And we're going to have different looks for reports, emails, documents, a whole bunch of changes to Perfect Mind 4, which everyone's going to get, all the Perfect Mind 3 users. They're going to get them automatically, so there will be no more upgrade thing for you guys, and so you will be automatically upgraded. As a matter of fact, you will get upgraded slowly as the features comes out of beta and goes to live, so you're going to get those features. There's a new feature called Family and Account. We had that on Perfect Mind 1. We're introducing it again in Perfect Mind 4. The reason it took us so long because we wanted to do this really well. Now a lot of the students are online. They're on their website. They're on your portal. So we want to make sure that the family account carries everywhere in the program. It's not all about just selling a membership, but it's about one login for the family, family-enabled shopping cart. So if you're buying something online, but you're buying it for an 8-year-old child and not your teenage daughter, then you can actually choose between the two on our shopping cart. Also online booking. So if you have events, tournaments, if you have a family member, a mother who's not a student of yours, they're going to have their own login. They'll be able to log in and book their kids for those events. Cash rewards for the family, and a whole bunch of other things that is going to come with our family and account. So I'm excited about that. I'm sure a lot of you who have given us the feedback, you're also excited about the new feature. We call this perfect billing because our billing direct is actually called billing direct. But we call it perfect billing, not because of a name of a product, it's because we wanted to give you guys all the choices out there. So if you're using already other companies, you'll be able to use their billing as well. Now, one of the big changes that we've done this year is partner up with some of the greatest industry leaders in the billing in martial arts industry. And beside our full billing direct, we're going to offer a full service billing. This is huge for us. We wanted to make sure that those one of you who don't like to collect your own money, and you want a company to take care of it, we want to make sure that we give you that option. So we'll be the only and the first software company out there that not only offers the billing direct, but also will offer a full service billing for all of you. So one of our partners in Australia for full service billing is Debit Success. We're really excited to work with them. These guys do huge billing in Australia. They do the rugby league in Australia, similar to NFL here. And they will be selling our Perfect Mind to Australian clients, all type of sports clubs, as well as we'll be using their billing. So we're really excited about that partnership. And the second one, ASF, they've been around for a long time. We love working with these guys. These guys are in fitness, martial arts, and all type of health and wellness type businesses. So we're really excited to be connecting to them. The third company that we're also still at the negotiation level, and we have Joe here for representing them. Can you stand up? So we're also excited to work with Joe and his team, integrating Perfect Mind into a member solution. So if we have clients who still love their billing and want to use our product, and they can do so once this is completed by end of the year, hopefully, right? Okay. Digital signature. Why are we coming out with it? Because the world of paper is going away. Whether it's today, tomorrow, is gone. There will be no more books, there will be no more papers. So why should we still have our contracts and waivers in our file cabinets? I don't like that. We should go completely paperless. Last year we came out with documents in the cloud where you can bring up all your documents into one cloud-based application and access it from any device, anywhere. This year we're adding a new thing to it. We're going to be allowing you to also get your students signed digitally. Whether it's through your iPad or tablet or mobile, you'll be able to do that. Phase 2 our digital signature is being able to send the contract actually to a customer of yours, maybe a grandparents or grandma is signing at home and they can't come to the school. You'll be able to email that to that client and they can sign it from their own home, and you'll come back the next day and you'll see that agreement all signed on their data student. So no more file cabinet, no more paper. We're really excited about that feature as well. Attendance was something that we really paid attention to. And a lot of people think it's about software, but it's not. Attendance for us is about knowing where you're at, what kind of school you run, how many A or B or C students you have. C meaning that they're about to quit, so you can catch them early on. We wanted to make sure that you understand if a student is progressing or not, or are they progressing on time or not. We also wanted to make sure that when you go into class, you pay attention to the right students. Not only the one in front, not only the good ones with the right kicks, but the ones who are also having trouble to progress in your school. All that connects to a progress application. You have to be able to keep track. Who is who? Where are they? It's easy when you have 50 students and keep that all in mind, but because you're living in a digital world, and because you want to grow your business systematically, that will not work when you have 100 students. That will not work when you have 300 and 600 of them. You still have to be able to know where you're at, where you're going. For me, personally, when I look at my reports of my own school, I actually look at it and say, okay, in 6 months' time, we're going to go down. I can see it. It tells me, talks to me. Because I know the percentage for so many years, I'm looking at the non-active C students that I know what's going to happen in 6 months. Wouldn't that be nice if you can project what's going to happen in 6 months? So you can stop it now, so you'll never get there? That's why attendance is so important. That's why we were the first company who came up with Attendance Smart. Making sure that everyone uses it. And I always hated it when I would talk to school owners, I would say, you know what, we're boxing, we're kickboxing, we don't keep track of ranks. I never knew how to solve that challenge for these guys because it was so hard. I had to twist their arm to use attendance. Today we're proud, finally, because of all these devices available also, we're able to deliver another new attendance software called Check-in. The Check-in is going to be very easy to use. You're on the phone, a student comes by something from you, you're on an info call, you're busy, you want to book someone, you don't want to go to calendar and wait to load and and then find your event, you want to go to check-in because it makes it real easy for you to book, attend, sell membership right from the same screen. At the same time, it's going to help you with the most important part of this check-in application that is really important to me. That is for you to manage your classes. Are you running 8 classes, 10 classes? Which one is doing better and why? Which instructor is doing better? Which instructor has the least C students or the least non-active students? At the same time, we wanted to make it easy. So instead of you printing a report from a printer, put it on your belt, go check it out, if Johnny's got shoulder problem, we want to make sure that you go into class and you actually right there and there and say, oh, he hasn't gotten his second stripe. Let me give it to him. Instead of going in the back computer and at the end of the day and update your computer, you do it right on the fly, right in the classroom. At the same time, if a student's not had come so many times to your classes and you want to do a flow chat, right then and there, you'll see it. You'll talk to them, you motivate them again. If it's necessary, you renew his membership right then and there. Forget the back office. No more computers in the back office. No more updating later in the day. Let's update everything instantly. So whether it's a Stripe or rank, now you'll be able to do that through our new check-in application that is very nicely optimized for iPad. The most important feature of this Perfect Mind 4 that the name's now out is Mr. Marketer. We talked, we consulted, we educated a lot of school owners about how to get involved in the world of social marketing. How do you go on Facebook and start your own page? How do you post? How do you email? But when I look at the database, I see that there are still people out there, they do not send one single email to their students. Not single happy birthday. Not single, please come to my school for Mother's Day. So we got sick of it. We really did. So no matter how much we educate these guys, they're still not going to take the importance of promoting their martial arts business. So for the first time, we're really proud to come up with a service that used to be only available to rich and most successful schools, to all the martial arts schools that are part of our company as our clients. It's called Mr. Marketer. Before I go on for another 2 minutes, because I'm really excited to hear Chris talk here, can I get Cincinnati come up here for 1 sec and tell us a little bit about Mr. Marketer?
Just a lot of great information so far. I'll make it very quick. A little bit about Mr. Marketer. There's a lot of common pains that me and Master Farid have been talking about with hundreds of school owners, consultants, a lot of the same pains. You guys know those pains. A lot of those pains are, well, the most common pain is time. Everyone, you feel like you're running out of time when you're running your school. It's like a countdown. The time for marketing materials, online marketing materials, landing pages, social media, the list just goes on. It's changed drastically since the past 10 years. The second thing is also staff. I talked to so many school owners, and it became upsetting over the past couple of years training somebody, and by the time you train them, then they leave. And Mr. Marketer, everyone we talked about, leads, autoresponders, landing pages. But let me ask you one question. For your school, for everybody in here, what is the #1 way to get more students? Exactly, okay? But when there's a quote, it's when everybody's thinking the same thing, no one's thinking. Everyone's always talking about leads. Everyone's always talking about landing pages, lead generation. That's what everybody's talking about in the industry. Everybody's worried about that, but no one's really focused on the students. So Mr. Marketer, like Master Farid was saying, is we're focusing on things like customer loyalty programs. Who has a customer loyalty program? Yeah, probably nobody. Maybe Master Speranza, okay. A customer loyalty program is a program that should be automated in your school to reward the students, okay? Give them things that provide them with, to refer you students. Social media contests, we've automated that. Keeping your students, up to date with everything that's going on. I have this iPad up here. I have up here, this is a birthday party landing page. So when people come into your school, I'm sure you can probably relate to this too. You have birthday parties, and basically, sometimes leads never get into your database. So this is a form connected to Perfect Mind. This should get passed around. So when you're having the birthday party, everybody fills it out, and it goes right into Perfect Mind. Autoresponder goes right in there. We have the same thing for walk-ins. We have the same thing for even people when you're at outdoor events, okay? I've done a lot of outdoor events over the years, and when you're out there, you're on tab, you have like papers, and you're asking people to sign forms. This is mobile, it's responsive. You can give it to on a cell phone. People can fill it out. It goes right inside there, right inside of Perfect Mind. So, as you can tell, I'm a little bit nervous.
You're doing a good job, Nick.
I've worked so hard with Master Farid on this, and he didn't want me to mention it, but just the things that he's added into Mr. Marketer, like elements. You have pages, you want to customize, you want to make them look like yours. The technology that he's introduced into this program, it's really been 6 months of the most amount of work I've ever put into anything in my life. And all we want is to make sure that you guys get results, we save you time, and you succeed. So my class tomorrow, I'm sure I'll be a lot more relaxed. And I think that Master Farid's goal is going to be accomplished, which is for you guys having a system that will save you the time, be able to focus on your students, okay, and get just keep everything in your school like systematized through Perfect Mind. So tomorrow I definitely will be going over a lot of automation, like we talked about, but definitely stop by the booth. I could show you all the stuff about Perfect Mind, how it works, how Mr. Marketer works, and I just want to thank everybody. So thank you.
Thank you, Cincinnati. Appreciate it. So as he was saying, there's more to Mr. Marketer just an automation software. First, you need an automation software, which it costs out there about $2,000 a month just to get, like Marketo, like HubSpot. These guys are all very expensive marketing automation software. But giving a marketing automation software to a martial arts school, how is it going to still succeed? You still have to spend money, time, and effort and get people to write these letters. And they have to be professionals. They have to know what to write, what gets response, what kind of pages will bring response. So what we did, we went in through all the service and provided an ad for all the martial arts schools. So hundreds of emails and landing pages. And as soon as you install it, we're going to get a team to customize it for you. So if you want your own photo, your own name, obviously your own links, it has to be customized exactly to your own school, with your own Facebook landing pages and your Facebook links and Twitters and Instagram and all those type of links that you already have in your business. So Mr. Marketer not only is going to do all the emails and the landing pages, we're going to be doing social posts for you. How many people do posts on their own Facebook page? Okay, is it successful? What do you usually say? Motivational, right? And you come up with great ideas? Do you? It's hard, right? Because you're running a school too. So what we wanted to do to make sure that we do engaging posts, we will be writing once a week ebooks on why martial arts is so great for you. What's the benefit of discipline and focus and confidence? How does that benefit your child? How does your child has to deal with bullying at the school? We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff that we're going to help the industry to expand, because this information is going to go to your leads. They're going to be sharing it because now there's a benefit out there. Not only a simple post, but something that will bring benefit. That's very important to us, part of the social posting. And again, the ebooks that I mentioned is going to cost a lot of money to make them, but we're going to create all those for you and then customize it for every school. So Mr. Marketer, what is it about? It's not just an autoresponder. There's a lot of software out there that does that. The constant contact, a whole bunch of email application that you get a lead, you send an email back, say welcome, but that's not enough. You need to be able to nurture your leads, your students, and even former students. How many people have nurtured their former students? When was the last time you called them? Or send them a simple email that it's been a year since you have not been in my school. I know you got your green belt, but you still have the black belt in front of you. Why don't you come back and join back the school again? Do you know what kind of benefit that brings when you send such an email to someone? First of all, it tells them that you care. Second of all, why would you go spend hundreds of dollars on getting a new lead when you already have students that you can nurture, that can bring their mother and their cousin and their friends? So that's what the Mr. Marketer is all about. It's about nurturing your leads, but not just your leads, your students as well as your former students. Referral and reward program is also important. We're going to make sure that you encourage that. If somebody joins your school, how many people tell them, do you have a friend that you want to bring to my school? How many people say that? Call 246. That's awesome. We're going to be making sure that your message gets there, even louder. So when someone comes for intro lessons and you say that to them, they go home, they also get an email about it. So that's very important. Now, analytics is all about knowing what's important, what to do, what not to do. And marketing is science. First science, then art, right? Then mathematics. So you have to be able to analyze what works, what doesn't. Just knowing that I got to be on Facebook is not enough. Is it worth it? Should you spend some money on Google AdWords? Maybe you should. Maybe you should when you start, but not when you have 200 students. These are all the things that you need to know. And we're going to make sure that your reports and analytics show you all those information. Especially if you have multiple schools, it's very important. Everybody's on their mobile. Do you agree? How many people have mobile website? Not many. Why? When everyone's on mobile, why isn't your website mobile? We're going to make sure that Mr. Marketer takes care of that for you. So how much does it cost to have Mr. Marketer? You're going to find it very cheap. Can you see it? Can you see it? About $10,000 for the letters, because they're written professionally. About $10,000 for professional design pages, because they're professionally done. A part-time staff, $2,000 a month, somebody who knows a little bit about marketing. Not whoever, who knows how to send an email or to do a post on Facebook. That doesn't tell you that they know about marketing. Right? So the total would be a $20,000 investment plus $250. Is that worth it? Is it worth it? It is worth it. But only when you have 300-400 students. How are you going to afford such a service for your school when you're smaller? We wanted to make sure you all take advantage of Mr. Marketer. Even the ones who don't like our software and using another software, you can still use Mr. Marketer, just for his marketing automation and only for his marketing services. So we wanted to make sure that you can hire Mr. Marketer now for only $400 a month. It's a price that we came out that we wanted to make sure that it includes our product, includes our software, and includes the service altogether. There's a setup fee on the Mr. Marketer that I'd like to waive for all of you who are going to join us this evening. I appreciate you being here. I also want to take just one more quick minute just to bring the man who is revolutionizing martial arts and thanking him, all of us together. Mr. Silva, please come upstairs. You have to come upstairs. Thank you very much. I know you don't have a speaker. You want to say something?
No, I just want to really welcome. It's going to be a really exciting event. You gave us some great innovation, and it's really exciting what you have planned. And I just think that the whole thing is going to come through today.
Thank you very much for everything you've done for martial arts. We're awesome. Really proud of you.
I appreciate it.
You are a role model. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And that was the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for being patient and going through this technology seminar. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.